If you are not following us, you will probably won't see us again. But if you are, then congratulations. You are growing every single day. In the explosive growth of Bittensor, validators are drowning in compute costs. Centralized GPUs are expensive and single points of failure. Enter SN12 ComputeHorde, Bittensor's cost-effective GPU resources subnet. Miners supply GPUs. Validators offload heavy validation tasks on demand. This turns untrusted hardware into trusted, scalable compute. With 6.02 million MC and 114.33% APY, it's a beast for the entire ecosystem. No more hardware bottlenecks. Decentralized GPU power for all. Welcome to ComputeHorde, the GPU firehose of Bittensor. Validators currently spend millions on GPUs just to stay competitive, yet up to 70% of that compute sits idle. Centralized providers charge premium rates with constant downtime risks. On the other hand, decentralized alternatives often lack the trust and verification needed for serious work. This creates massive friction, slowing the entire Bittensor network. The bottleneck: expensive, unreliable GPU access in a scaling ecosystem. Advanced validation demands cost-effective decentralization. Millions are being wasted on inefficient hardware. SN12 ComputeHorde solves this with Bittensor's incentive layer. It creates a competitive marketplace for trusted GPU validation compute. Miners run specialized executors. Validators offload heavy jobs via a seamless SDK. Rewards flow only to the most reliable and cost-effective providers. This delivers massive savings and 99% reliability. From heavy inference to cross-validation, ComputeHorde powers the entire ecosystem. The solution: cost-effective GPU resources at planetary scale. What is SN? SN12 ComputeHorde is Bittensor's decentralized GPU validation subnet. Miners supply cost-effective compute. Validators offload heavy tasks via the SDK. Current stats: price $128, market cap $6 million, and a massive 114.33% APY. It offers full SDK integration and live performance dashboards for real-time monitoring. ComputeHorde isn't just another compute subnet. It's the infrastructure that makes every other subnet on this network faster and cheaper. The real-world problem: validation costs are exploding as Bittensor grows. Validators need constant GPU power but can't afford to run massive, underutilized fleets. Centralized clouds are prohibitively expensive and present a central point of failure. Without trusted, decentralized options, the entire network's growth is limited. The problem: we need scalable, cost-effective GPU resources for validation. Billions are currently being wasted on inefficient, old-school infrastructure. Subnet strategy: ComputeHorde lets validators offload work to a global pool of miner GPUs instantly. Miners compete on price, latency, and reliability. Validators pay only for what they use through the automated SDK. This cuts infrastructure costs by over 50% while actually increasing network reliability. We handle thousands of validation jobs daily, turning expensive private hardware into shared, cost-effective resources for the world. How it works: the process is elegant. Validators submit jobs via the ComputeHorde SDK. Miners run these executors on their GPUs and return cryptographically verified results. Validators use trusted cross-checks to ensure the compute was honest. Scoring and rewards flow through the UMA consensus. Miners earn tau only when they deliver fast, cheap, and reliable compute. The loop self-optimizes every single epoch, ensuring the best hardware wins. Uniqueness: what makes ComputeHorde unique? It is the first subnet built specifically for validator offloading. Our unique executor dancing and collateral mechanisms prevent gaming and ensure absolute trust. It delivers 50 to 70% cost savings compared to centralized giants like AWS or Google Cloud. With deflationary fee mechanisms and a unique architecture, we power the entire Bittensor ecosystem. Uniqueness. We are the shared GPU backbone for 1,000 plus upcoming subnets. The consumers. Who needs this? Every single Bittensor validator needing cheaper validation compute. AI teams building heavy inference agents. Other subnets requiring reliable, high-speed offloading. In a $10 billion validation market, cost-effective GPU resources are the oxygen of the network. ComputeHorde serves the entire ecosystem, from the smallest miners to the largest validators. Consumers, the builders scaling the future of AI on Bittensor. Competitive edge. Our edge is true cost-effectiveness. We offer 50 to 70% savings over expensive centralized clouds. With a massive 114.33% APY, we attract the world's most efficient miners. A 6.02 million market cap gives us an asymmetric advantage over legacy infrastructure providers. The SDK makes integration effortless, turning a complex hardware problem into a simple software call. ComputeHorde is the disruptive edge in the validation compute war, the GPU battlefield. In the Tau ecosystem, SN12 fills the critical validation niche. We complement SN64 ComputeHorde for inference serving and SN04 Targon for storage, while SN51 Liam acts as a general GPU marketplace. SN12 is the execution layer, specifically for validator-heavy tasks. There is no direct rival for this specific utility. We provide the essential infrastructure that positions Tau for massive scale, compute amplified, ecosystem secured. The GPU stack. Let's look at the GPU stack. SN64 ComputeHorde handles the cheap inference. SN04 Targon provides the decentralized storage. SN51 Liam is your general GPU marketplace. SN12 ComputeHorde is the validation engine, the specific compute needed to keep subnets honest. Synergy stack. Data 64, storage 04, general GPUs 51, and validation compute 12. Together, they form the most complete, cost-effective GPU resources ecosystem on the planet. Architecture. Our dual-layer architecture consists of miner executors and a robust validator SDK. We handle thousands of validation jobs with sub-second latency and 99% verified uptime. Through collateral and executor dancing, we've built an enterprise-grade network for the entire Bittensor ecosystem. Performance, 50 to 70% cheaper than any centralized alternative. This is the architecture of a decentralized supercomputer built for the high-stakes world of AGI. Production ready? ComputeHorde is mainnet live and already being tested by top validators. The SDK is production ready, allowing subnets to offload compute today. Revenue streams come from job fees and performance dashboard subscriptions, with a projected ARR scaling into the millions as the network hits 100 subnets. We aren't just a testnet, we are the production-ready backbone for the AI economy. The revenue is real, and the compute is flowing. Partnerships and backing, accelerated by the top Bittensor technical teams with massive ecosystem support. ComputeHorde is open source, community-driven, and strategic for the long-term health of Tau. We have strategic integrations with multiple subnets to ensure we remain the primary offloading layer. This is builder-backed innovation with real-world usage. We are driving the growth of cost-effective GPU resources across the entire Bittensor network. Roadmap 2026. Q1 2026 expands our hardware support to include H100 and A100 fleets. Q2 introduces advanced multi-subnet routing for even lower latency. By Q3, we launched the full ecosystem tooling suite for automated offloading. We are constantly evolving from our recent SDK improvements to our live performance dashboards. We are just future-proofing compute. We are redefining how validators operate. The roadmap is a steady ascent toward GPU dominance. The bull case. The bull case is the 75x moonshot. As ComputeHorde captures the validator compute market, a move from $6.02 million MC to a $450 million valuation is a realistic outcome of ecosystem growth. When every one of the 1,000 subnets needs SN12 to validate, the utility explosion will be massive. Combined with TAL price growth, the returns for early stakers could be legendary. This is the clearest 75x path in the entire DeepIn sector. The bear case, the risk, intense competition from other general compute subnets, or potential emission dependency if adoption lags. However, the specific demand from validators for trusted offloading provides a massive moat. Bear markets can slow hardware expansion, but the need for efficient and cheap GPU resources only increases when margins are tight. ComputeHorde is bear-proof because it solves a fundamental cost problem for the network. Staking math. Let's look at the yield. Tau is at $178.56. Stake 5 Tau, $893 at 114.33% APY. That's roughly $85 a month in passive income today. But do the math. If SN12 hits its 75 times moonshot target, your monthly yield value could skyrocket to over $6,300 a month. You are staking the very infrastructure that powers the Bittensor future. High yield, high conviction, and a front row seat to the GPU revolution. Compound your rewards and join the horde. SN12 ComputeHorde is the cost-effective GPU resources layer that Bittensor must have to scale. With a massive APY, a microscopic market cap, and undeniable ecosystem utility, it is primed for a 75x move. Stake now at ComputeHorde.io. Own the hardware. Join the revolution. The future of compute is decentralized, cheaper, and unstoppable. It's time to unleash the horde. Happy staking. Hope you learned something new today. Thank you for learning with us. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Always invest what you can afford to lose. But remember, the biggest risk in this new AI economy is not taking any risk at all. The New Age slogan is, don't wait to buy Tau and wait. Our intention is to bring once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Bittensor, directly to your screen. Data as of March 4th, 2026. Join us at Buy Stake Chill. We bring you the real alpha.